I am so excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited, boo.
Y'all, very first ever monthly recap video. We have been looking so forward to this, and basically we just want to like go through all of the comments for the past month, pick out ones that you guys had questions that probably lots of you have questions to, and be able to like answer them in one place. If there's links and things that you guys need, we can do that, and kind of more just like Q&A talk podcast style. And that's so exciting to me because I love just like getting to hang out with y'all.
I feel like another thing too that I often fail to do in life is really reflect.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like this is actually going to give me the opportunity. I've really been looking forward to it because I feel like being able to just look back at the last month and like as I've, you know, kind of thought about this here and there as we've been leading up to this.
Yeah.
It's been nice like thinking back about, oh, well, I actually did this, you know, I did that, or we did this. And
exactly. It's
yeah,
so fun to like think back to everything. I kind of made us a little outline of how I want this to go, and I want all of them to kind of be this same concept. And at the end, we're going to finish it with like 3 things that will end all of our recap videos with. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got, actually, you know what's funny?
What?
One of the things that you're going to do, we used to do way back
I
in the
know,
day.
that's where I got it
I'm
from.
telling you.
Okay. Also, I want to know how y'all's 4th of July was. What did you do? Tell us in the comments. Bunky and I actually went to North Myrtle, and our friends from home were there, and so we haven't seen them. Oh my gosh.
They're from the old neighborhood.
The old neighborhood. It has been the longest time since we've got to hang out with them. And so we spent the whole day on the beach with them. It was so much fun. And then because we were in North Myrtle, you know we had to go to Hamburger Joe's. So we went there for dinner, and then we came back here, and Burles Inlet, like on the Marsh Walk, they do this huge fireworks show, and it's amazing. Like, it was so beautiful. So we walked down to the Marsh Walk, watched the fireworks. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Let me just say, it's so funny because Bunky and I love living here, but as y'all know, like, there are holes, I guess, to living here, like friends and family and stuff that sometimes like make us question, like, do we want to move or not, you know? But I was so proud to live here on the 4th of July.
You really were.
I was like, this is the cool, we live in the coolest place
I know,
ever.
I couldn't believe, if y'all heard how just,
I was so happy.
you were proud, Bunky.
It was so
It was
cool.
really funny
And
hearing
everyone
you.
was here on vacation. It was just so fun. So anyway, we had a great 4th. I hope you guys did. And before we get into these questions, I just want to say, oh my gosh, I have not been able to stop checking the news about the floods in Texas, and oh, like I have like full body chills. We are just praying that they can find and rescue everyone, especially the camp that had all of those little girls, but just anyone's been affected. We are praying, and just our hearts go out to them, and all of y'all I'm sure are as well. So we just want to keep all of them in our prayers. Without further ado, let's get into these questions.
First off, I feel like we're recapping part of July right now, which is not supposed to be happening.
This is true.
But it's fine. But I did not eat a hot dog on July 4th.
But you did have
But I did
bologna.
eat a fried bologna sandwich, which might as well be a flat hot dog between 2 slices of bread. So I still got the satisfaction.
Okay, so I am gonna say question number 1 is not really a question, it's more of a let's sell this debate. Because whenever we had our tiff, I wanted to cut the potato with my knife and use the potato peeler.
Yep.
But in the comments were split.
I actually, okay, so like in looking back at the comments, I feel like surprisingly it was like 50-50.
Yes.
Which I didn't think was going to be the case. Mainly my concern over you using the knife. Okay, sweet potatoes are very hard, and when you're using a big sharp knife, I'm more concerned about your safety than I am whatever's going on with the potatoes.
So everyone said basically that a potato peeler actually doesn't get enough of like,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how they said,
You have to like keep going apparently.
but it makes the texture weird, like rubbery.
Yeah, some people were saying that they do turn rubbery, which actually I almost feel like was actually true.
I know.
Especially with a sweet potato. So
we're settling the debate that really my way is a good way, but you are scared for my safety.
yeah, it's more of a safety concern for me. But we've amicably resolved our differences over the sweet potato peeling. Actually, you know what's funny too?
Tell me.
This has been going on for a really long time. That's just the only point at which it's ever been publicly disclosed, right? You've just kept on doing it. So like I've given up the battle, you know, like you won the war. You won the war.
My sweet Angela, she said, where's the lemon charm from on your purse? And I actually got a couple different bag charms because if you know, they're kind of like all the rage right now. It's kind of like dressing up your pocketbook, but they're so fun. So I got this one at Target and it's so fun. So it has a little lemon on there. It has like the sun. There's a, like, you see this oyster pearl?
Yeah, I'd say
pearl.
So. Mm-hmm.
And then it says amore. And I got one too that has like seashells and fish, but they are the cutest little things. I love them. There was tons of different ones that you could choose from, but Target, and I will try and find them and link them. Actually, everything that we talk about in this video, I will go, and as long as there is like a link for it, I will list it all in the description box for you so you can easily find it. Now, Anne says, I still suggest you try making the good seasons into the dressing and then use it for a marinade for your chicken. You'll be amazed. It is good as salad dressing too. And I was laughing at this because I'm like, it's my favorite seasoning ever. I use it on everything, but I have never like actually made it into the marinade. We have to do this.
Yes, we do.
So don't y'all worry. We're gonna put it in a video. I'll use it on a marinade. I've been wanting some really good, just like Italian dressing, grilled chicken.
Italian chicken.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. So I will do that.
I'm looking forward to it
I
too.
know, it's gonna be delicious.
I feel like we used to marinate chicken and
All the
stuff
time.
on the regular.
But we never do because we don't have a gas grill anymore.
I know.
That is the one thing, like, okay, let's talk about grills for a second. So you know how we have the Big Green Egg and we have the Blackstone. And Bungie and I have toyed with getting like a Traeger or some type of pellet smoker.
Pellet smoker, yeah.
But then also I'm kind of like, we just need a good old standard gas grill because I love grilled chicken so much. I could eat it every single day. And
Just with barbecue sauce or like marinated in
Yeah.
Italian dressing.
And I guess you can do it on the Blackstone, but it's like if it's a thicker piece of chicken, I don't feel like it's as easy to cook without getting burnt on the outside.
It's just not the same.
It's not the same. So I'm like, should we get another grill? But that's kind of crazy to have more grills.
We're running out of floor space out there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to extend the patio if we get more grills.
Yeah.
Sun Sand Nels says, what about a Mississippi pasta salad somehow? The two things you love. Now listen, when I read this comment, I was like, yes, immediately, I have to do this. Like, I have to figure out a way to make Mississippi pasta salad. And I don't know if I should like grill the chicken or do like the chicken in the crock pot. But I'm thinking like for a pasta salad, I'd rather it be grilled and chopped up than like shredded. So grilled
I'm thinking grilled.
chicken that's flavored Mississippi.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking like a cheddar cheese in there or something like that.
Well, you're
Or like a Monterey Jack or something.
You're cheesing.
I'm cheesing this.
Okay.
Obviously like chopped pepperoncinis. Right? Now I could whip up, you know, like my dip that I made, the sour cream Mississippi dip. Maybe like half sour cream, half mayonnaise, but use that as the dressing for the pasta salad.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I have to do this. I have to make this before summer ends, so let's do that like this week. We have to try it.
What if there was some bacon in it?
Oh, bacon Mississippi style. I'm gonna have to think on this, Bunky. Genius idea. I so want to try this. I think it will be like absolutely delicious. Oh, hello, Daisy May.
Yeah, our mascot came and joined us.
She has been in that bed that we got her from Kohl's. Like, she's obsessed.
She loves, so like where its placement is actually new for us. Well, no, that's where her other bed used to be.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know how it ended up. Eventually it ended up over here on this wall.
Yeah.
But it was over there for the longest time. And she really likes it being over there because she can be sitting there and still see us in the kitchen the whole time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't feel like she's as left out as she is when she's over here.
Right. She loves it. She's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Look at her. She's such a cuddle bug.
She's a little stinker.
Okay, now this is a great question, okay? Kelly asks, where is the green dinosaur? You wish you knew.
I do wish I knew. But, so, I am the last one who hit it, to my knowledge.
Uh-huh.
And the person who is supposed to find it has supposedly found it, but has never re-hidden it.
Okay, I have it. I know exactly where it's at. I have not hit it in a while, But I saw it again like last week and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to hide it. But I know where I want to hide it, but like it's going to be a surprise. So don't worry, it's coming.
Well, I feel like, you know what? Okay, here, how about this? I think that we need to develop like a system where there's like you get rewarded, but you also get punished.
Oh.
Basically, if you don't find the green dinosaur or you don't like look for it or you don't re-hide it within say
1 week.
1 week's time, then you get punished.
Okay. I'm gonna call mom right now.
Call mom?
Yeah. Okay, several of y'all asked what kind of flowers was it that my mom replanted, and I actually don't know the name, so we're gonna call her live and in action and ask her the name of this flower.
Once we figure out what plant this is,
yeah,
you really only have to buy one.
One.
Because, as y'all have seen, you can literally take this thing and just like throw it.
Yeah.
And it'll just grow where it lands.
It's the best little plant, and they're so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's
pretty.
Crazy how they just like multiply.
Watch your dad answer.
Yeah.
He's gonna answer.
Hey, this is Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, dear.
You are on film. I'll say we're recording.
I thought Bump was calling me.
I know.
We
tricked you.
We caught you off guard.
You did.
Well, we are calling because we need to know the answer to this question, and you're the only one that knows it. What is the name of the flower that you replanted all over my house?
Oh, Purslane. Purslane, I think. Purslane.
Purslane. Okay.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And it's easy to maintain and take care of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just put it anywhere. Actually, after I left your house, I came home and did all of my pots, and it's just growing like crazy.
Okay, good. Okay.
No water.
Heat and no water. That's Rolls Inlet.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. There we have it. Purslane.
Purslane.
As I was going through here, a lot of you guys asked for the link to my sunglasses I was wearing a couple videos ago. So I will link those down below. And then a lot of you guys asked about these shirts, like all of my flowy shirts. And I get all of them from Aerie, but they actually don't make the ones that I have like a ton of that I used to get all the time anymore. And so this is kind of like the newer version of those. Now they have been on sale for the past like week for $16, and they're usually like $50 something. So it's a crazy deal. So I stocked up.
You did share that over on Instagram.
Yeah, I did share it. Yeah. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'm telling you, you really should. But I did share that on Instagram earlier this week. But they are just the best shirts. They're like lightweight, they're breathable, easy. I don't have to think about it. They go great with like leggings, jeans, shorts, anything. And I like that a lot of mine are solid. So whenever I'm filming, I don't have to worry about like, what am I going to wear? I can just throw one of those on and it's perfection. So the only difference in this one compared to my old one is that it has the cute little like peephole and then bow on the end. The other ones don't have that. And also I think the neck of these are maybe just slightly different, but that's the only difference between these and like my old ones. And there are dupes on Amazon. They're not quite as like flowy, and the material is a little bit more stiff. But they're still great. So I will link all of them down below. So I saw where a couple of you guys asked where my orange shirt that I was wearing in the Q&A video, where that was from. Also Aerie, I'll link it below. Those are the best little t-shirts. Basically my entire wardrobe comes from Aerie.
Everything from the top to the middle is from Aerie.
Best leggings ever.
Oh, you like Aerie leggings
Love.
too? Oh, I didn't know that.
Everything, I love them. Okay. This is from Diana, and she says, how many years have y'all been married, and where did you get married? We will actually be celebrating our, what is it, Bunky?
14th.
I was actually asking because I couldn't remember.
I know.
No, for real.
Yeah, no, I was. That's why I remained paused for so long, because I was letting everybody see.
Yeah, Bunky always knows, and I never do. 14 years in August. And we got married at our church, which is where we met whenever we were younger. And then we had our reception at this really cool like, how do you say, almost like industrial kind of place.
Well, I believe that it used to be a train depot.
Yeah, and it has all these amazing windows. It was really beautiful. So married for almost 14 years, and then we have been together for 16.
And we've been in love for 21.
Oh, look at you doing all the numbers.
Isn't that silly?
21.
21 years.
That is way more than half my life.
21 years I
have been obsessed in love with this man. Several of you guys asked where you can find the Good Culture cottage cheese, and we find it all the time at Target. I think we can usually find it at Publix, places like Whole Foods, you know, that kind of thing. You're gonna find it there. I have a hard time finding it in Food Lion. They don't carry it. Where else? Oh, Harris Teeter, if you're in the South, probably. They have it.
I don't see it in, I don't really see it in Walmart either.
Me either.
Maybe it's there sometimes, but I just think a lot of times it's not. Across the country, the variety of grocery, you know,
This is true.
You know where you might find it though? Like
Where?
Kroger is a large chain.
Yeah.
So maybe in Kroger, because Kroger and Harris Teeter, I think.
That's true.
I think Kroger owns Harris Teeter.
But I always find it at Target. And then, okay, last question that I want to answer is a lot of you guys asked about the seasonings that we always use, hopefully. And I always tell you that I'm going to link them and then I forget. But this is by Trisha Leach. If you guys do not follow Keep Your Daydream, it is probably our favorite YouTube channel. We never miss it. They are also RVers. They also have an Airstream and we just love them. And Trisha loves to cook, which, you know, as do we. And so she created her own seasonings and there's no like additives or preservatives or anything like that in these, so we really like them and the flavor is amazing. So anyways, we have the jalapeno taco and then the sweet heat. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So anyway, I will link her website down below so you guys can find these seasonings, but they are delicious, wonderful. Hang on, I almost forgot. Christy asked how I decorated our tray that we had gotten, and I am doing it like this because first of all, I want some coziness in the summertime, and I feel that's sometimes hard to achieve. So I put this little wreath in the bottom of it, and then I found this massive 3-wick faux candle at Michael's. It was on clearance for like $7 or $8. And I love the little flicker. It's just so cozy at nighttime. So for right now, this is kind of how I have it styled because, you know, here in the next couple of weeks, it will turn into my fall tray. So for now, it's like perfect. So in these recap videos, the 3 things that I want us to end on every single time is going to be what was our favorite recipe that we made for the month, what was our favorite trip of the month, and that can kind of vary as like day trip, you know, whatever, because we don't always go on multiple trips. Okay? And then I want us to always end on highs and lows, because when Bunky and I were falling in love and we were going on all these mission trips and just like trips with our church, I remember that we would always end on highs and lows. Actually, whenever we would have like Wednesday nights,
it was called Spam.
Spam at church.
I don't remember why it was called Spam.
I know, students something. Anyways, student something ministry.
Anyway.
We go on all these different like church activities and we would always end with our youth group highs and lows, and I loved that, and so I thought it'd be fun to kind of incorporate it here. So for me, my favorite recipe that we made this month, I could honestly not pick one because there were 2 that were the best in my opinion. So the taco bowl being one of them, I feel like that is going to be a repeat like weekly dinner for us. It was so good. If you haven't tried it, like, you are missing out, okay? So good. And then that orzo chicken with the boursin. Oh my gosh. We actually made it again since that video, so we've had it twice this month.
My favorite recipe of the month that we made was the taco bowl thing.
Oh, okay, you loved it too.
I really, really did, because I feel like when I was eating that, I felt no guilt.
Yeah.
But it was absolutely delicious. I remember as we were thinking back on the month of June, we had gone back up to North Carolina for our niece's birthday, right?
Yeah.
But we went out to eat with JT and Sylvia.
Yeah.
And I got that prime rib sandwich that was on focaccia.
Yes.
With, I don't remember what kind of cheese it was, and it had like caramelized onions and then like this horseradish mayo, and y'all, It was absolutely delicious.
I
So,
forgot about that.
It's almost like I want to do maybe like, you know, our favorite recipe that we cooked, but also like what was my favorite thing that I ate?
Yes, I
of the
love
month?
it.
Because
Yeah.
that right there, that was high on the list.
We need to try and recreate that recipe
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
So, favorite trip. Now, I have two again because I just can't always pick.
Funky, you gotta
I know.
pick one.
I just love life. I love things. I just love it. You know, I just love
Okay,
everything.
how about
Okay.
you say this one was my favorite, but this one was a close second.
Well, this one I'm going to tell you wasn't a trip that we took, but mom and dad came here and spent like a couple of days with us, and it kind of felt like a little staycation kind of because they were here and we got to like go do all these fun things, and I loved that. Like that was one of my favorite parts of the whole entire month. But then as far as an actual trip, y'all know we just went back to Hilton Head National, which, you know, we go all the time, but for some reason, this trip that we took to Hilton Head National, like, was that last week? I think, yeah. I don't know why, but it was the best little camping weekend. My heart was so happy when we were there. Like, we just hung out in the pool in that lazy river in our floats, and I don't know. It just like made me fall in love with camping even more. And I guess because we built like a fire both of those nights we were there,
Yep.
it got me so excited for like fall camping. I cannot wait, even though I know we got a long ways to go. Okay, I'm not rushing it, but I am looking forward to like lots of fall camping.
Yeah.
And if Bunky and I should say when.
Yeah, I'm gonna say win.
Okay, when Bunky and I take our next trip, which is going to be very, very soon here, we are going somewhere that is going to feel like fall. You have
Sorry.
no idea how excited I am, okay? But anyway, also, speaking of fall, can I just say this? Y'all know, I'm early as always. Like, I want to start decorating like August 1st. That's because it feels like summer here by like March. You know, it's hot here for a long time. But anyway, I feel like come August, I'm really excited and ready for fall, but I promise you, I have been on Instagram the past like 2 or 3 weeks and everyone is posting fall stuff already. And I'm like, even for me, this is really early. So I don't know, like are people just really excited this year or what? But I'm like, let's give summer just a little bit more time, okay?
For me, I think favorite trip, I'm gonna have to also tag along with you on that one.
Hilton Head?
Just like Birdie did behind Dolly. You know, tag along. But I'm gonna say that trip to Hilton Head was really, it was really nice. I don't know what it was. There was something about it.
It was so
real-
special.
It was really nice.
This is hilarious. This must mean that we have a pretty great life because Bunky and I
Yeah.
both have just been standing here like, what is a low? What is a low? We can't think of one.
Yeah. Well, and then
I'm not mad about
I
it.
kept sitting here and I was like, well, I could like name so many different highs, you know. But I will say like one of a big high was the fact that our toilet has been replaced.
It made such a difference.
How much joy can that bring a person?
Oh, it brought me a lot of joy.
But in addition to that, like actually another one was, you know, getting that tonneau cover put on the back of Dolly.
Yes.
Because like I had bought it and we were gone like so much. Like it would have been fun to do a recap of the month of May because
Yeah.
that was just a, you know, wild ride. So then anyway, that thing sat there for a little while. Finally got the tonneau cover put on and that makes me really excited as well.
It's so crazy. I literally cannot think of a low. And I'm like, how like fortunate are we? I'm just so grateful. Like, that's good to have a month with no lows.
June
you know?
was a pretty good month,
Pretty
I'd
good
say.
month. Okay, I have my high. We actually did like we're gonna do a bonfire. We ended up not doing a bonfire. We did like a little friend beach night and we all brought like our own dinner. People brought subs, we brought pizza, and we all brought our chairs and like sat around in a big circle and just had dinner and watched the sunset, and we played bocce ball, and it was just the best night. We were all like looking at the stars. Bunky saw 2 shooting stars.
2 shooting stars.
Which
yeah.
is crazy. Like, people don't even see 1 shooting star in a year, and you saw 2.
2 that night.
And it was just, that night was so special and so fun to me.
And then you know what I saw?
What?
The meteor.
Yes! You didn't even tell them about this!
No. Was that in the month of June? That was in June.
Yes! We told them on Instagram, but we haven't told y'all.
I know, yeah.
Bunky saw a meteor on the way to Hilton Head. We were driving through Charleston. He's like, oh my gosh, did you see that? Of course I was looking down. I'm like, no. And he's like, something fell from the sky. He's like, it was lime green or something.
Well,
and
it was green to me, and it had like an orange outline because I had my sunglasses on.
Yeah, and it was near this like construction area that we saw, and so we were thinking like something construction-wise like sparked or something fell. We were just like, that was weird. And then later that day, my mom sends us this article about this meteor, and she's like, did any of y'all see that? And Bunky's like, yes, that's what I saw. So we have enjoyed this so much. I hope you guys have. And now you kind of like have an idea of how these recap videos will go. So throughout the month, whenever we post videos, if you guys have a question about something, it can be about the video, recipe, link to something, life, whatever it is, just leave it in the comments and we'll screenshot it and answer it in all of these recap videos. But we love you so very much. Thank you for hanging out with us all month long, and I hope you guys had a great 4th. If you're new, of course, we would love for you to join our family. So before you leave, hit that subscribe button, give this one a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.
So one other thing about our July 4th adventure was we drove from here in Merle's to North Myrtle Beach, right?
Yep.
And the whole time we're making that journey, I was like, we're both stressing about where are we going to park?
Oh my gosh,
Because
Funky, yes.
we thought we were going to park at the condo, but then I was going to have to like drop you off, and then I was going to have to walk like 6 blocks in the early afternoon.
Because we had all of our chairs, everything.
So anyway, for those of you who know about the North Myrtle Beach area and Ocean Drive, at the end of Ocean Drive, there's the pavilion area, and there are parking places there. And like 99% of the time, when you pull up to that, even when you're on a golf cart especially, it's like all golf carts.
Yeah.
There's like not normal vehicles,
99.9% of the time, you're not getting a spot.
Getting a spot in there. So we were stressing about where we're going to park. And I was like, we're just going to drive down the road. We're going to see if we can find somewhere to park. And we get down there and we pull into that, but basically, I don't remember if we could tell or
no,
we
said we'll just try it.
Yeah.
Like we'll just pull in and try.
So we pull into that parking lot, y'all, and there is, I think, 1 car parked there.
That's it.
And maybe 1 golf cart. There was nobody parked there. So much so that we actually thought that we couldn't even park there for some reason because there was nobody else parked there.
Yeah.
But I guess what happened was it was a staging area earlier in the day, and they had those little middle parade barricade things like blocking it off earlier in the day, But they had at some point, probably maybe like right before we got there, like pulled them.
Yeah.
And then we just pulled straight in and parked. I mean,
front row parking. 4th of July, North Myrtle Beach, unheard of. We were like, we're gonna drive around for an hour, and we both were like laughing because we're like, if we tell anybody this, no one's gonna believe us. It's so crazy.
It was unbelievable.